All right, welcome back to the busy homestead, guys. So today we've gone completely crazy. This is a portion of my garden, and I completely stripped it off. It's gone. It's all the way down to the wonderful Florida sand. Now, the reason we did this is I have a theory about the Florida sand sucking up all the water and trying to create something like the bottom of a pot. You know how it has the tray in it that holds the water? I want something down here that will hold the water and keep it from going all the way down. Try to keep it in the plant root area for a little longer. So my idea is, while the mulch that I use will protect the top, this is going to help hold the water in the bottom. And that is a liquid cow manure compost. It's been collected, put in the tote, it's sitting, and I believe that what I'm going to do is flood this. It's going to settle and create a layer that the water can't get through as quickly. And hopefully it'll stay in the root zone a little longer. Just a little bit longer means the world with our Florida sand. So strip the whole garden off. We're going to lay this down, and we're going to put the whole garden back, and then we're going to get ready so that we can plant next weekend for our fall garden. So I didn't record digging it because that was boring and it was hard. I'm not saying this is going to work. I'm not saying you should do this in your garden. What I am saying is I'm going to try, and I've done this weird triangle shape because it's splitting a square part of my garden in half, and I'm going to do this half and the other half and see how it goes. So you get to follow along and watch this catastrophe unfold, maybe, or watch how it unfolds. Awesome. But we're going to do it here. So yeah. I'm going to move. Hopefully we have enough. The neighbors are going to love us. We better get it buried pretty quick. I think that's all she wrote. Oh no. This pipe is no longer for drinking water. There we go. Make sure you smear the crap everywhere. You want it all over the place. Just like when you were a kid. Make sure to cover the whole wall. This is a good job to do maybe when you have a cold. Sinuses are blocked. Not on a 95-degree day. I think the thing will be to not step in it. Once it does sink down and creates that layer, it's not very thick. We don't need it very thick, but we need it to be intact. So it seems when I step on it, it kind of messes with that. I mean, I don't think it'll hurt. We got pretty good coverage. The smear factor is, I think, spot on. Yeah, there's a lot still in here. I mean, I don't want to leave poo in it. I want the poo in there. I wonder if it's clogged. I'm trying to play gardener, not plumber. I don't want it. It's dry. Ah! Yeah. Yep. Found my paddle bit. Yeah. So I was mixing this one day. Like we had the daily cow collection, and then I mix it. And I've done that for like a month to get this much. And one day I was mixing it with my drill, and I guess I had it in reverse, and the chuck wasn't super tight, and my mixer went boop, and sank 2.5 feet down into the poo water. So, but I got it back just now, so I'll rinse that, and yeah, like it ought to still be coming out. Don't fall. Oh yeah. There it goes. There it goes. I gotta. I know. It's not funny. It's so not funny. I bet it's the hay. We tried to get the hay out, but I bet the hay is clogging it now. I ain't going in to get it. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I mean, I've got like 25 gallons in there. I ain't leaving it. We should have built like little dams, like little like earth dams in like strips. That way we could have like that would have been so smart. Next time. There ain't next time. This is either gonna work so good that it never has to be redone, or it's gonna just completely kill the garden and we're never gonna do it again. Now the idea here, guys, is this is not for the plants necessarily. This is for moisture retention. Okay, that's why it's a foot down. I'm not really worried. We don't have a problem with like herbicides being in this in the past, and we know where we get our hay from. So I'm not really worried. But even if it was in there, this is a foot down. If anything, I would believe the herbicides would wash down. But I'm also planning on holding the water, so maybe the water absorbs it and then it capillaries up. But either way, I'm not concerned with it, but it might be something to think of. But this is not necessarily fertilizer. This is not feed the plants. This is just stop the water from going away so quick in a very organic manner. And you know, it's a homestead. Reuse, repurpose, recycle, and then when it's all done, it becomes crap and you put it in the garden. It's a poo pond. So we're going to let this dry and form its crust layer, and then all this dirt over here that came out has to go back. So we'll start with the less ideal dirt, but then this over here, this is the dirt that I'm trying to get to stay wet. Like it's not bad for Florida. It's pretty good for Florida. But so by the end of the day, and I do like digging, I ain't afraid to dig, but we do have a tractor, and this is a job that we use the tractor for. And we're going to use the tractor to push all this back in because we don't want to walk on it anymore. So we're going to cover up the poo pond and hopefully have water. So where I'm standing is about a 40 by 40 foot area of the garden. The sun rises over there, sets over there. So what I decided to do this time is I'm going to plant my plants perpendicular to my string line here. And we're going to have the poo side and the non-poo side. They'll all get the same amount of attention, and hopefully we're going to see some sort of result, because if I did all this for no result, dang. But if you want to follow along, we're going to get this planted next weekend, and we're going to see, like, can this be used to fix sandy soil drainage issues? Which is the issue of sandy soil drainage issue, is that it drains too much. So we put some poo in it. So remember, guys, this is my garden. It's not your garden. I don't think you should do this in your garden until follow me, see how it turns out. Maybe we should all be doing it, but I'm not sure, and I'm not going to tell you to do this. But you can follow and watch how it's going to go down in my garden. A quick update. It's been about 2.5 hours since I last flooded this hole. I went to go get a drink for about an hour, thinking it would all drain and form a crust. Came back, it was still a puddle in 50% of this thing. So possibly great news, because it was holding the water and stopping it. Possibly bad news because it's holding too much, which I don't think will be an issue, because if the water does accumulate in here, it can still seep out the sides. Focus! So instead of just going straight onto the tractor and burying it, I had to hand shovel all of this in about the first inch, so that way it could help soak up the water. So now it looks pretty solid to walk on. So now we're going to use the tractor and finish filling it back in. But just sharing that update. Like, heck yeah, it's doing what I think it's supposed to do. I know. It's not perfect. I own a tractor. I'm not an operator. I wouldn't call me an operator. Nope. And yeah, quit screaming at the camera. I compacted the soil. That's right. I'm gonna till it. I'm gonna till it, not go down and mess with the layer that I just spent all this time creating, but I'm gonna till the whole area now. So I get it. I'll fix it. Okay, so not perfect. I have a rake. I'll level it. And you can quit yelling at the computer screen. I know, I compacted it real good. It's real good now. I'm going to put a 6-inch till on it. So, but for the day, for a Saturday, dig the hole, put the compost tea, manure tea down, and getting it filled. So I'm going to keep working. We'll see where we get, but I'm gonna uncompact it. Promise. See, guys, told you. I just had to go buy it from my neighbor. It's his. So this is a really nice one. If you're shopping for a tiller, the rear tines, that's what you want. So the ones where it goes in the front, yeah. And this one will also do forward and reverse rotation of those tines. It's nice. I love borrowing his tiller. I've got it set right now. The deepest it's going to go is a 7-inch. So I'm going to do that. I know that we're far enough down. We shouldn't hit it, our layer down there that we want to protect. So we're going to start up and get to tilling and Then we'll reevaluate how level it is and re-level and re-till and, you know. It was so nice, I tilled it twice. It's nice and fluffy now, guys. It's ready for seeds. Okay, guys, we dug a hole, we lined a hole, we filled the hole, we tilled the hole. Next weekend, we'll put more holes to put the seeds in. So, but it's a good wrap for a Saturday project. So until next time, stay busy, guys.